like to be Homestead Tessie? And what does Homestead Tessie, what does it really mean? Every part of my property, I've turned it into something growing, something productive, something self-sustaining. It didn't happen overnight. It was many years of hard work. It didn't cost much money, but it took hours and hours of preparations, hours and hours of cleanup, and hours of challenges, many tears, much happiness. But through it all, we have learned to live a sustainable life. So what does it mean to be a sustainable person? Come follow me, and I'm going to share with you some ways that I have become sustainable. I like to grow many herbs. We use herbs here on the homestead to help clean our home, to help nourish our bodies, and to help the senses. So growing herbs can be one self-sustainable project that you can start no matter where you live. Another self-sustainable project is growing fruits and vegetables everywhere on the homestead. Even a little tote like this can grow lots of green beans. Another big way I've learned to be self-sustainable is collecting all my rainwater. By collecting my rainwater, I'm able to use this for cleaning outside, for laundry, for dishes, for all of those things. My rain barrels have really impacted my life here on the homestead because I'm able to have water at any given moment and any project that I'm working on. So if we're outside and we need to wash our tools, or we need to clean out our basins for holding all of our vegetables, or we need to give water for our chickens, the rain barrels is another way to be really self-sustainable. As we speak, I am working on a new fire pit. We actually received something free that we're going to work on for another way that we can do more cooking outside. I can't wait to complete this project. Chickens is such a self-sustainable thing to have. People ask me, well, Tessie, you have to buy them chicken food. I use very little chicken food. In fact, I feed them scraps. I feed them all kinds of grains, all kinds of leftover things from the kitchen. In the wintertime, yes, they do need some more of the chicken feed, but we give them cracked corn. We give them all kinds of things. What about all of those things that a chicken can't eat? Well, I have my compost bin. And all that you do is you turn the compost bin once a day, and you can turn all of your banana peelings, potato peelings. In a year, it can turn into an amazing soil amendment that you can use in your raised beds. Not just living sustainably makes a lot of sense. It gives a lot of peace. Gathering your herbs and picking your vegetables gives you a sense of pride. It gives you a sense of accomplishment. It's a wonderful life. And I hope, my friends, that some way you implement some of this in your life. So self-sustaining, it's great outside, but what can you do inside your home to be less dependent on the outside world? I have really challenged myself 6 months ago to try the zero waste. Now, of course, I still have some waste and I still have some things that are recyclable, but I no longer have trash service. I got rid of that 6 months ago. It's been a whirlwind of a journey for me. We don't realize all of the things in life that we throw away. And I've learned now, when I go to the grocery store, I don't buy things that are in plastic. In fact, I try to buy things that are in jars if it's something that I need. I also have a friend, Susan, who gives me all kinds of jars for things that I use and things that are typically bought at the grocery store. But because I don't buy the traditional things at the grocery store, I don't get jars and things like that. But she collects them for me. So living a self-sustainable lifestyle means when you go to the grocery store, you have a conscious effort to watch what you spend and watch what you buy. Are you buying a lot of prepackaged things that are full of plastics? Or are you looking for alternative and looking for things that are put in glass? Because glass, you can turn it around and reuse it, or you can easily recycle it. So here you are in my canning garage, and this is one of my special places where I like to go to just work on some of my projects that I have. But if I tilt my camera this way, you will see 90% of everything in this room was given to me. People bought things and they didn't want to throw it away, and so they knew that I would accept it because it's all useful items. Very little do I have on my homestead that is a trinket that has no use. Most of the things that you will find here on my channel are useful items, things that you can use. Lots and lots of jars, lots of different kinds. You will see me canning grape juice in an old Starbucks jar. You are going to see things that aren't done in the traditional way. You will see things that aren't done maybe to the clarifications of others. I have lived this life for 32 years. This is the way I live. I live very unconventional. I do things somewhat unconventional. And so I make do with what I have. And I've learned a lot in the process of it all. You don't have to have a lot of money to turn a space into a usable work area. This is an old garage. And I turned this garage into something, instead of dead space, I turned it into something I can use. It didn't cost me anything because I didn't do anything for a cosmetic look of it all. I did it purely only to be able to use this space. Hi everybody, and welcome to my home. Being self-sustainable can mean all different things to people. What does it mean to be self-sustainable inside your home? Well, I'm going to share with you a few other tips. Before I started a YouTube channel, we never used any kind of electric lights. We always used oil lanterns, and that is how we lived our life. But I know, having a YouTube channel, you need to have light. We have up here these LED lights, and these LED lights are supposed to last us 10 years. I only turn these on when I'm making a film. So that's one way to be self-sustainable. Don't use electricity unless you absolutely have to. And your lighting, use LED lights. Use lights that take low energy. Another thing I do is I have gravity-fed water. Now, my water doesn't run very fast, but it's fine for what I need. I become used to it. I become accustomed to it. You don't need expensive apparatuses and pumps to have your water. I just got done with breakfast. And I had some of my homemade jelly with the strawberries I grew on the homestead. We don't have bottled water. In fact, our drinking water we store in glass jars. We don't have any of that plastic. These are just some ways to live a self-sustainable life. And I hope, my friends, that you enjoyed this video. We don't use paper towels. We use all kinds of cloths and all kinds of material like this. Another thing that really helps me is I don't buy all of those products that you see at the grocery store. I make my own cleaning products. And that's one way you can be self-sustaining, because you're not buying into the commercialism. I make my own wipes, which I have videos on as well, with my own homemade disinfectant. And I can clean my house, put this in the washing machine, dry it, out on the line, of course, and put it right back in my container. So that is one way you can be. Last but not least is producing, harvesting, and preserving all of your own food. Now I know this is something not everyone can do, but you would be surprised at the food you can grow just on a terrace or on a balcony. It's been shocking to me to know what I'm able to grow just on my little deck that I have to be self-sustaining. It is a good feeling to know you have all of this food, And all of this food is rotated. I have a family that I give my food to. I've given my food away to other people as well. Nice to be able to have a hobby like this that actually has long-term positive effects on everyone's life. So being self-sustainable is different for everybody. And that's the point I want to get across. Not everybody's self-sufficiency is going to be the same. We're all different. We all have different walks of life. But everyone, no matter where you live, can produce some self-sufficiency in their life. It takes a little bit of thinking outside the box. And the more you think outside the box, the more you start to grow, and the more you start to learn, and the more you start finding satisfaction in life. I enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed my take on living a self-sufficient life. And I hope it, in turn, gives you motivation and positivity and just a little bit of, what could I do? I'm still on my journey. I have lots to learn, and I'm so thankful for all of you for teaching me and helping me through the way. And it sure is a fun ride. And I'm very thankful for all the support and love you've all given me. So until I see you again, which would be tomorrow, take care, everyone.